Hey guys, in this tutorial we will learn how to log in through Ajax in codeigniter. So everything we'll learn from scratch, we will not escape any steps. So this video will help you a lot. So please watch a full video and don't skip any part if you're a beginner. So let's understand how it works. Okay, so let's first without filling a form, let's submit the form. It says something went wrong like this. Okay, so let's enter a wrong username and password right now and submit. So it said invalid username and password. Okay, so now let's enter right user and right password. Okay, so let me put test is my username and password is test123 and submit. So you can see we are logged in and this is a dashboard. Okay, so this way we can log in and everything I'll teach you in a step by step, will not escape any steps. Okay, and everything we will understand about login through Ajax. Okay, so you can get a code from here. I'll put a link in the video description. You can come here and get the code. Okay, you don't need to write a code and just understand this tutorial how I configure the codeigniter and how to connect to database, and everything we'll learn. Okay, so what the next is, first we need codeigniter. So for that we need a download codeigniter like this, and click to first link. Here is a codeigniter. I'm using codeigniter 3. So let's download. Already I have downloaded. I'm telling you, just I'm showing you can download from here. I'm using codeigniter 3. Okay, after you download your codeigniter application, this is zip file, but you can extract it, and after extract your application looks like. Let me show you. Yeah, go to this PC. Yeah, this PC, XAMPP htdoc, and here is my CI tutorial. Okay, I just renamed it CI tutorial. You have to open and there will be many files and folders like this. Okay, so you have to analyze one of each of them. So this is an application folder, this is assets, and I'm using a NetBeans. So it's showing me this NB project, so it's not required, but when you using NetBeans it will show like this a folder. Okay, so let's system and .htaccess and composer.json, index.php, and everything we'll learn. Okay, so for that we need one database and one table for login. Okay, so you don't have a table and database. I'm using phpMyAdmin. If you don't know, you can download XAMPP or WAMP, or if you are using a cpanel, everything is just like a okay, everything is the same interface. So this is a CI tutorial, my database name. If you don't know, don't have a database, you can create from here like this and give any name, CI tutorial of something, and you can create. Okay, but already I have, so I will not create again. So this is my CI tutorial, and inside we have a table which is users, and this table have a field full name, username, password, and org date. Okay, means registration date. And if you don't know how to create a table, you can create a new, and here is a table name, and you can give ID, username, and password of something, and here's a created date or something like any field of your date, and its data type will be a timestamp or date of something, date time, and password is varchar, and also password varchar. Here you should define a length, so 200 characters, and ID is auto incremented, so you can check this checkbox. This is auto incremented, and you can save. So after that you will your table has been created, and that looks like users table. Let's cancel. Yeah, and inside we have a one user. If you have a more, you can add we have a username, it's test, and password is test123. I'm not encrypting this password. Okay, you can, if you want, you can encrypt. Okay, and that is a best practice for security to encrypt your password. I'll show you that as well. Then we have a created database and table. Now we need to connect, okay, to our database. For that we need to go to application and go to config, and here is a database.php file. So let's drag this file and drop it here. Yeah, and let's scroll down and let me zoom in so you can see clearly. So here you have to type your database name. Here is a database, and database name is our CI tutorial, which is here, CI tutorial. And username is, my username is root and password is blank. Okay, so if you have any confusions, you can write a comment. I'll help you to connect a database. Okay, so don't worry about that. Just type a username is root if you're using a local host, and if you're using a cPanel of your server or of any VPS or dedicated server, you have to install a MySQL. Then you will able to get a username and password of something. Okay, but currently I have a username is root and password is blank, and database name is CI tutorial. After that, just close this file because we have connected to our database. Okay, so let's run that application on how it looks. So localhost, and this is my project, which is CI tutorial. Okay, let's click here. So our application looks like, because we don't have any functionality add, so we have to add a controller, and we have to configure some more things. Okay, so let's open this config.php file here and drop it here, and here will be your base URL. So base URL is just simply this URL, copy and paste it here. Okay, so this is our base URL, and let's close this one as well. And now we need to go one more thing, which is autoload.php. so this file will we will load a library and helpers of codeigniter. So we need a libraries or database, because we are your libraries of this array function will be empty. Okay, so you have to add a database and a session and form validation. You have to load three libraries like these. First is a database, session, and form validation. So you can copy and paste. And also we need a helpers, and helpers is just so it will help upload the files and navigate one URL to another. So I'm loading a URL. This is URL helper, because when we submit a form, we need an action, means go to one form, one page to another. Okay, so for that we need this helper, and this is very important to make a login functionality through Ajax. And this is a necessary helper to it helps to create a URLs, okay, of something. So let's close this once, and our configuration has been completed. And then we need to let's create a controller. Okay, so you have to go to controller like this, and by default controller have index.html and welcome.php. there is two files already by default, but you have to create another one, which is login controller. Okay, so you have to create login controller, and let's drop it here and drag it here. So this is login controller. Let me zoom in, I'll show you everything. So this is login controller, and we are extending to CI controller. Okay, and this is our constructor, and we are loading to a parent constructor using this parent keyword. And this is a constructor because this constructor is for CI controller, and this login controller is this constructor. Okay, and this is our a login controller, and inside we have a parent controller, which is this CI controller. Okay, and here we are loading to our model, and this model I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so let me show you this. You have to create this m login model. Let me show you. Yeah, here is a models, and you have to create m login.php. Yeah, so let's draw. Okay, so I'll show you in a minute this login controller. And then we have an index.php file, and this file is just simply load your views. And if you are logged in, this means if you are logged in, it will show a dashboard view, and this dashboard view we will create dashboard this dot load, and this load and view, and we are loading this dashboard, and this dashboard view will be here. Let me show you views, and here is a dashboard.php. okay, and in this file we don't have anything. I'll show you in a minute. And this is if you are not logged in, okay, your session is not set, it will show a login form. So login.php, let me show you this login.php view. Here is a login.php, and this file just contain your form, HTML form of this. Let me log out first, remove the cage, remove the session. What's the problem? Remove and done, and refresh. Yeah, so this is a login form, and simply I have added my CSS, own CSS, so just ignore, you can ignore it. And here I'm using a bootstrap, and this is a bootstrap min.js file, and this is a CSS file. Okay, and this is a bootstrap form. So let's understand important things. Where is a form tag? Yeah, form tag is not required because we are using Ajax. Okay, so this form, this code doesn't exist a form form tag. Okay, so inside we have two fields. This is for username, here to here, and this is for password, and one submit button, which is this one. And this submit button have a function which is submit form. Let me zoom in so you can see clearly. Let me show you here. And this submit button have a submit function of JavaScript, and this function have a Ajax. Okay, so let's come here. Let's see this function. Scroll down, and this is a function submit form, and inside we are getting the username and password from a form. Okay, we're using dot value. This is a jQuery function dot value, and this is username and password we are getting from form. Whatever you will type, it will come here in this field. Okay, so if username is empty and username is undefined, it says its border is red. Okay, and flag is 1. I'll show you in a minute. Let me show you first. Okay, so it's empty, means both the fields doesn't have any value. So let's submit. So it says when something went wrong, and its border is this red colors of border of this input fields. Okay, so it's yeah, this form, yeah, this one. And what's happening? And just come here. Okay, sorry for that. And if it's empty, means it doesn't have a value username, and same thing for password is here. Okay, and if flag is 0, because by default flag is 0. Okay, so if flag is 0 means it comes here, and it will send a data to Ajax. So URL, we will send data to this URL, and URL is login controller and get login, which is this one. Let me show you. Login controller, which is this one, and get login. It will come here and it will check this line of codes. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so and the method is post, and data username is username and password is password. We are sending this username and password to this URL. Okay, so I'll show you in a minute. Get login function in controller. So if result means it will return a result. Okay, if result, let me show you this file, means this function get login. So here we are also getting through a post this or input and post, and here is a username. We are getting a form value using this post method, and this is the input, means whatever user will type, it will come here through this variables. And this functions post functions username and password, and this username exactly match to this username and this password, right? So this is username, this is password, and if this is empty, it will show your username and password is empty. Okay, so if it's set username and username is equal to empty and username is undefined, we are echoing 2. Okay, so 2, this is a 2, and this 2 will match it here. If this is a 2, means result equals to 2, means this result and result will come here, and result is 2. We are setting a border is again red, but we are saying invalid username. Okay, and yeah, and this is for if its result is 3, means this one it will shows your username. Let's say here your password, invalid password will alert. Okay, alert invalid password. So let me copy this response and remove the alert, and let's put invalid password, and let's copy this one again, and where it is alert message, I'm going to remove the alert. Where it is alert, yeah, we don't have any other alert. Okay, so its response is username is invalid, and it will show this is the ID of response. Okay, so let me show you this ID which is here. Where it is, yeah, this is a p tag and have a ID response, and its ID will show like this of error, something went wrong, username is wrong, its password is wrong, and any error of any response will show it here if you have any problem. Okay, so like this you can do. So this is for invalid username, and this is for invalid password. Okay, and if result is 4 and 5, let me show result is 4 and 5. So this is a 4 and this is a 5. Yeah, this is a 5. So it will shows again username and password is both the fields is border is red, which is this one, border is red, and so the error message invalid username and password. Okay, like this. And if everything is okay, means it's are sending a data to this file and everything is okay, it will come here. Okay, it will come here. Let me, yeah, let's understand this one. So we are loading a model which is here, m login, and m login we are creating an object m login and new m login. So this is our model, and m login have a function which is validate. So m login here to here, m login, and we have a function which is validate username and password. So let me show you a model first. Here is come here and go to models, and here m login, and here we are simply just writing a select query. Yeah, select query, select all means from this table, star means all, and from is our users table, and where username and password. Okay, so it will check username and password is okay, means it's a matched to our database. It will return a true response. Okay, it will return a true. So its result is 1. Let me show you here. If its result is 1, it will, we can redirect. Okay, we can echo 1, because 1 is for redirecting to a login dashboard.php, sorry, if you have written a 1 means it's matched to our database. It will redirect to, let me here is a 1. If result is 1, here it will redirect to this dashboard controller, login controller, and we have a function dashboard. So let me show you login controller, and here is a dashboard. Okay, so dashboard controller just have a simply session. If a session is shared, it will redirect to a login dashboard, and if session is not set, it will again redirect to a login page. Okay, so this way we can log in. Okay, so let's visit this controller, login controller, like this. Yeah, here, come here, and here if we need to type index.php like this, and our controller name, and controller name is login controller. Okay, so you can see, but this URL is not SEO friendly, so we need to remove this index.php from a URL. For that we need to create a one .htaccess file. So I already have created .htaccess, so let's drag it here and drop it here, and add the following code, okay, which is this one. Rewrite engine is 1. It will remove the index.php from a URL. Okay, so if you don't have this line of code, it will give error if you visit like this. Okay, it will give error. So let me remove, Control X and save. Yeah, you can see it's showing an error because URL is not found and server gives error. Okay, so let's Control Z and refresh, so it will come. Okay, so this code is also very important for removing index.php file. So we don't need a index.php file, and this is a nice URL. Okay, so also we can route this controller. I'll show you in a next video. We can change just simply login controller to a login, and you can navigate to this page as well. Okay, I'll show you in the next part. So let's Control Z, so login controller. Yeah, so it's I think we have seen all the things, but one more thing I need to show you, okay, which is this background image. Okay, so where we can get this background image, come here, yeah, htdocs ci tutorial, and here is assets and images, and we have a one file which is bodybg.jpg, and this file is I'm adding in a body tag. Okay, so background image is URL, and this is a base URL. And if you don't load, let me show you this file as well, autoload.php. if you don't load this array helper of URL, okay, it will not work. So this is also very important. So this is a base URL, assets, and assets is just simply here, assets, and go to images, and assets, images, and we have a image which is bodybg.jpg. okay, so you can get a login, and background size is cover, and background repeat is no repeat, and background attachment is fixed. Okay, so this way we can fixed. You can show images like this. So this is looks very nice and cool. Okay, so pretty much we have done. If you have any questions and doubt, and you can write a comment, and you can download a full source code from here. I have a zip file as well, you can download. Okay, so if you have any questions and doubt, you can write a comment. I'm here to help you, and if you like, please give a thumbs up, and please subscribe my channel. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.